Hey guys, it's your girl SeekretD, and we're gonna sit and chat, right? So we're gonna talk about. I made a video already about unrealistic expectations when dating, and there are two videos who are making its way around. One of them I think was like a day or two ago. The other one is today, so I'm gonna try to post this today. Now, one of them was a female who went out with some guy. She said he was talking to himself for weeks, right? In her DMs. And finally, she was bored. She had nothing to do. And she was like, she's going to let him take her out because she needed content or whatever. She goes to this oyster place. She shows, the video, $15 for a dozen. She ordered 4 dozen and ate them. 4 dozen oysters. I think an appetizer, entree, and had drinks. She said he got up and said he had to go to the bathroom and never came back. She texted him like, "Oh, walking out on the bill is whack," or something like that, and he was like, "You shouldn't order all that food," or something along those lines. Basically, like I invite you out for drinks. I can cash app you the total for the drinks, but basically he's not paying for all that food. And the comments was going wild, right? Then the second one, which is today, this woman, this female, is in the car, and she's dressed nicely, whatever, and she starts recording. She's like, "We're at the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not getting out the car." The guy comes up to the door because she's taking long to come out. And he's like, did you want me to open the door for you? Or, and she's like, "I'm not getting out. It's Cheesecake Factory. Da, 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 da." And he's like, "Okay, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it." So he gets in the car and they have a very polite exchange. You know what I mean? Like, he's not disrespectful. She's talking, saying whatever she has to say. He's waiting. He's responding. And she's basically like, "Oh, well, I can't go dressed like this." She said it's embarrassing because it's a chain restaurant and she can't go into a chain restaurant. And when he takes out beautiful women, he should not take them out to places like that. So he explained that he told her the day before and the morning of that he was coming to her house to get her at 4:00. She said that they didn't know each other well enough, so he was outside waiting for over an hour for her. So a little after 5, she came downstairs, and then he said that was the time of the reservation, so he had to make other plans. He didn't complain about her being over an hour late. He didn't make a fuss. He just rerouted and made other plans, right? They get there, and this is her issue. She's not coming out the car because she's embarrassed. It's a chain restaurant. So, they converse a little bit more. And she goes, "Oh, you're supposed to protect and did and did." And I'm like, "Ma'am, it's a first date. You expecting a lot from a first date. Like, you protecting, loving, providing, whatever else how she said." And I'm like, "Bruh, that ain't it. That ain't what he's supposed to be doing on a first date. You don't even know him, so he can't come into your house. You can't hold his hand because he doesn't know you well enough for him to protect, provide, and do all this other stuff, whatever you're talking about. But you don't know him well enough that he can come upstairs or even hold his hand or whatever the case is." So with that being said, he decided that he would just, take her home because the date is over. Because he actually showed her, like, this is where we were going to go. And he's like, "But we didn't have the reservation." She goes, yeah, a place like that. Can you just call them and see if we can go there? And da, 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 da. And I'm looking at her like, is she serious? And he's like, "No." And she goes, "Can we go somewhere like that? Because why are we going to a chain restaurant?" Listen, in both instances, I wholeheartedly believe that they just went out to try to get a free meal off of the guy, right? I don't think she really liked the guy because A, why you have him waiting for you over an hour? B, why he can't hold your hand? I mean, I get it. That I get because I'm a little sometimes too. But with all these extra expectations of all these levels, these high levels of things that he's supposed to provide, what did you give him on his experience? Yes, you looked nice. And she kept saying, "Oh, a beautiful girl," this, that, and the third. But yes, you look nice, but the rest of the experience was trash. Like, you was over an hour late. You had an issue of going to a restaurant because it was a chain restaurant, which it's really not that serious. It was just given like delusion on both ends. The other one, start off, oh, he was talking to himself in my DMs for weeks, and I finally let him take me out for some drinks. And you order $60 worth of oysters. Who eats 4 dozen oysters, an entree and a meal, and have drinks? That's disgusting. Like, the first time you're hanging out with somebody, you're supposed to be hanging out. And from the looks of the video, she was just slurping, talking about, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. That was no date. Now, for me, both of them is a hell no. I couldn't be a man. And I understand wholeheartedly why men act the way they act now. But then this is the problem, because you have women out here who act like this on the first date, first outing, whatever. So then now you have other men who look at this, or who have experienced this, and then they want to do the bare minimum. And now the other women in the world who may not necessarily act like that or have these same expectations or rules or whatever, now I have to deal with I'm not paying when we go out the first time. I'm not taking her out. We're going out for ice cream. We're going out for coffee. First of all, I'm not a person that really cares where I go the first time I meet you. But that, saying shit like that and having an attitude like that and saying stuff like that is a turnoff. Right? So it's like, you're supposed to get to know somebody for a while. I don't believe in just, hey, I like how you look. Let's go out. I don't believe in that. So you kind of have an idea of the person that you're dealing with, who they are, how they behave, their attitude, something. You have some idea of the person you're dealing with, or you should, before you take them out. But y'all be such in a rush to get people out, especially if y'all think they look good, that y'all don't take the time to get to know people, because y'all think y'all probably gonna smash if y'all take them to somewhere nice. Y'all think, y'all have y'all expectations, or y'all try to throw shit and fast forward. Like, it don't work like that. So I be like, both parties have the dating shit fucked up at this point. And I can't say it's not everybody, but it's a lot of y'all. Anyway, I think both women were 100% out of pocket. Both. Because, bruh. And then the one kept saying, look how I look. I can't go in there. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing to who? It's a place to eat. This is the very first time you're meeting him. I don't understand. That's wild. And the fact that you took out your phone to record instead of saying, oh, hey, babe, I'm not a fan of this place. Is there another place we can go to? I know I was late and I probably messed up your plans. But, maybe we can consider going somewhere else. If you don't like the food there, you don't like the food there. That's fine. But maybe you just, like you said, you don't want to go to a chain restaurant. But telling somebody, oh, I'm not really a fan of the food here. We'll have a better outcome that I can't go in here. This is embarrassing. It's a chain restaurant. Stop. So listen, I can't. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. And you know what? People be, this is not a pick me type of video. You know what I mean? Because everybody's entitled to have their standards. They're entitled to feel like they don't want to do this or do want to do this. They're entitled to this. But what a lot of people fail to realize, and we're going to talk about women because both these videos involve women. A lot of people fail to realize that it does not matter where he takes you, the money he spends or whatever, because he can still treat you like crap at the end of the day. And now you end up with an idiot that don't know how to act, that don't know how to behave, that don't treat you right, or whatever the case is. And all because what? Because you were impressed a couple of times by where he took you out to eat, how much money he spent on you. Y'all really got to do better. Anyway, y'all let me know how you feel about this letter. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And hit me up.